imagine our generation is so cooked in that, like, we are so sensitive. I don't know, like, today if someone tells you this, it's offensive. If they tells you this, it's defensive. If they tell you this, it's sensitive. We're in a world where no one can tell one another anything, you know? Like, you rather let someone die than tell them something. That's how crazy this thing has gone, you know? Like, imagine, let's say, you cannot even, no matter which gender is, no matter like which race they are, no matter, like, there's always that sensitive thing that whatever you say, like, you rather just keep quiet and move on. You rather just ignore. So today, a message, no, a video where a small girl is being attacked by some African safari ants. You know, like those ants when they bite you, you know, like you'll cry till tomorrow and they will leave you with wounds. For those of you who do not know, like, it's like small ants with big, you know, whatever that their mouth is called. So when they bite you, like, they cut, and they don't just cut, they, you know, leave marks on you. So and they don't just bite and move on, they continuously bite you. Sometimes they just click onto it, you know, like they're called claps or whatever they're called. They just hang on you, you know, like they don't leave you. Then he said in the video he's showing, he said, if I try to help that young girl, like, one person will come and will accuse me of something. It really bothered me, you know. It's something so sensitive. The girl is like 3-4 years old. She's in real pain, you know. For those of you who never experienced, it's just imagine someone is just cutting with you with scissors, you know. That's how painful it is. With no, you know, whatever they are called, those dosage they give you when you go to a doctor to be treated. So, and you know, like, the other thing that I've realized is that the current generation, like the parents and the children, they do not get along. Why? Because the parents are commanding. They still think, you know, we're in those ages where the parents are parents and children are children. I remember when I was growing up, you know, 15 years ago, 16 years ago, I couldn't even look at my mother. When she says something, that's how it goes. But now, like, you guys, your moms tell you something, you'll be like, Mom, who you telling that? You do it yourself, you know. In our time, you know, if you say that, you're dead. But I understand it's, you know, evolution. Even in whatever, you know, parenthood, there's also upgrades and downgrades. Actually, I think that's a downgrade. For the children's side, could be an upgrade because you guys are not getting beaten every day, you know. I think no matter what they say or how they put, I think the current generation and how the world is going, I think the older generations were better when it comes to parenthood and those things. But, you know, lifestyle and everything, of course, this generation is better. So yeah, you know, one thing, earlier in Istanbul, some construction starts out of nowhere in the middle of the night. You even don't know why it started. You just find yourself under construction. This thing was not there a few hours ago. Now they already construct. And you know, the thing is, these are hotels, you know, residential areas. People are sleeping, you know. In my country, if you do that, people will come down, stone you, you know. In some hours that you cannot, you know, construct because people are sleeping. But at the same time, these are, you know, industrial area, you know, these are working area. People cannot do construction during the day, so when people are off work, that's when they do. So yeah. So as I was saying, you know, it's something like, and you know, to the parents, especially the older parents, like if you are over 40 and you have small kids or younger kids, and maybe 10 or maybe under 15, who cannot, understand anything, it's not time to shout at them or, beat them up or, start threatening them. It's time to show them that you are their best friend. Because in this generation, the more you befriend them, the more they like you. The more you become close to them, the more they like you. You understand? But the more you show power, and those things, the more they don't like you. The more they do the things. And as a parent, if you really want to help your kid or your daughter or your son, like, don't tell them don't do this, don't do that. If you are a mother or a father, don't tell them don't do this, don't do that. But instead, educate on them, teach them why they should not do it, teach them why they should do it, teach them how they should do it or how they should not do it. Because you tell them not to do, their best friend is doing. Tell them you don't do it, you are doing. Maybe you're smoking, you're telling your kid not to smoke. Maybe you are drinking and you're telling your kid not to drink. Make it make sense, Let's say, as a father, as a mother, you're the example of your kids. So what you do is what your kids do. Like, let's say if you're doing good, like 90% of the children, they follow their mother or father. Let's say for the girls, if there's no elder sister, they mostly tend to follow their mothers or whoever they're always around. Or for boys, we always try to be the big brother. Be like the big brother or be the big brother or follow dads and those things. I wish I could follow my dad. I couldn't follow him. But everything, I don't regret, but he's better than me, of course. That's why. Sometimes you be yourself, he be himself, So yeah, that's all, Make sure you educate your kids. Make sure you teach them what to do, what not to do, by showing them examples, by showing them, just like, you remember, I don't know if this thing,
Night club, bro. Nice.
I don't know if you guys have went through or saw it, but when we were kids, like mom used to give us sugar, then you like it, it's sweet. Then the next time she gives you salt, but not in an amount that it's gonna hurt you, but small amount of sugar, salt. I mean, then like it's the same thing, but one is so sweet you enjoy, one is so sour you don't wanna drink, you spit it off. Like those things were educational things. Not everything you see is you enjoy all those things. So also that's the same thing you should do to your kids. That's how you should teach your kids. Yeah. And hopefully you can be a better parent. Always give your kids what you wanted to be given.